We're gonna be planning and preparing to make 2025 our best year yet. If you want to learn how to plan and actually achieve your goals, then you have clicked on the right video. And did I mention this is only gonna take you one day? Because I know you're a busy girl and you don't have a lot of time to spare. Hi amigas, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is finally that time of the year again where people are rushing to get their life back together, set New Year's resolutions, and just hoping that 2025 is a better year. And trying to do all of that can be super overwhelming, so I am here to make it a little bit easier on you. In this video, we're going to cover some of the goal setting mistakes that I made last year, how to plan for the year ahead, how you're going to keep yourself accountable, and of course the fun part, making our vision board. I went ahead and grabbed myself a little bit of coffee because we're going to be talking about something that nobody likes to talk about, and that is mistakes. Some of the mistakes that I made while setting my 2024 goals. We could call these mistakes or we could call them lessons, whatever you want. The first lesson is understanding that knowing something does not mean that you truly believe it. At the beginning of the year when I was setting my goals, I told myself that I had to be more okay with things not going my way because I know that I'm not in control of everything. So I told myself that, but as soon as something went wrong or did not go as I planned, who did I blame? Me. It took me months to finally realize that I truly cannot control everything. And after I made that switch, I was less anxious about my future, less anxious about my goals. I was able to bounce back faster whenever something went wrong. And nowadays, with my whole chest, I am able to just be like, you know what? Let go and let God. Because what is meant to be will be. The second mistake I made was only making yearly goals. When I made my goals, I only focused on the goals that I wanted to achieve by the end of the year. And by only focusing on goals that I wanted to accomplish by the end of the year, I kept telling myself, oh, I have 8 months, I have 6 months, I have 4 months. And then I blinked and there was 2 days left of the year. Yeah. So what I know is gonna work better for me this year is to set yearly goals, but also set quarterly or seasonal goal. Let's say I want to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I would take that 10,000 and break it into 800 subscribers per month or 2,500 subscribers per quarter. Not only is it gonna make your goals sound more achievable, but it's also gonna make it easier to track your progress, ultimately making it easier for you to achieve that goal. And the last mistake that I made was not having a seasonal or quarterly reset routine. Throughout the year, I did a few reset routines, but I never truly put my goals at the center of that routine. And I think the only time I really did that was during my mid-year resets, and by that time I already had spent 6 months into the year without really focusing on a lot of my goals. But we're gonna be changing that up this year. We're gonna put together a sort of reset routine that we're gonna do every few months to make sure that we're checking in on our goals, maybe setting new goals, maybe make a new vision board to reflect the new goals that we add. I'm gonna go into more detail later on in this video because we're gonna create a routine together. We can't jump into 2025 until we have reviewed our 2024 goals. So I'm gonna quickly go through all the goals that I did accomplish for this year, as well as those that I didn't. This year I got all of my health screening done, I applied for health insurance, I reduced eating out during the weekends, and I kept up with my beauty maintenance. And within the same category, I also wanted to wash out consistently and I did not. I wanted to go to the gym consistently and I only did that for like half of the year. And I said I wanted to become more productive during the weekends, which I feel like I've kind of done that, but not all the way. So it's kind of like 50-50. In terms of like career and financial, I opened up a new credit card. I hit 10,000 followers on Instagram. I hit 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. I went on a brand trip. I applied and got into grad school. Some of the things that I did not accomplish was opening a high yield savings account. I will be doing that as soon as possible though, and open up an LLC. I also wanted to hit 150K on TikTok, which I did not. I'm pretty sad about it, but I think I'm gonna hit it at least in the first quarter of the year, so it's okay. I had a few more goals than that, but I'm just gonna keep those to myself. Overall, I'll say I did pretty good this year. To finally put 2024 to rest, we're gonna be doing some journaling. If you're familiar with this channel, you are not surprised. We do a lot of journaling here. If you journal throughout the year, I would definitely recommend going back to those entries and reading them again. See how you were feeling earlier in the year, reflect on that. You can also write about the things that you have accomplished this year, the things that you've learned, your favorite memories. Even if this year was not the best for you, try to look for those good memories to kind of reflect back on and be grateful for. now that we're done journaling, I am completely closing out 2024. Goodbye. It is time to set our 2025 goals. So when you're setting goals for the new year, make sure that they are 1, realistic, 2, it's actually going to benefit you in the long run. You can also follow the SMART method, where you make sure that your goal is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. You can check out the video I made last year where I go over this method in depth. Like I briefly mentioned before, I am setting my goals according to the seasons. I live in Jersey and we experience every season. And as the environment changes, I feel like I also change with it. I found that the times that I set out seasonal goals, I felt myself embracing the season more. Each season also kind of felt like a fresh start. But if you want, you can also break up your goals into quarters, or you could do them monthly. Personally, I feel like monthly is a little bit too much for me. We're gonna set out some winter goals. Whenever a new season rolls around, we're gonna be updating those goals. For my goals for the entire year, there is a lot more, so I'm gonna divide them by categories: career and financial, school, health and wellness, friends and family, spiritual and personal growth, experiences and travel, home, and miscellaneous. My goals are all done for the year. My Notion is not the most beautifully aesthetically thing because honestly Notion is a little bit hard to figure out, but I am so obsessed with some of these goals. I'm so excited to see how they turned out. Now that we have all of our 2025 goals written down, we're gonna put together a seasonal reset routine. This is gonna be a routine that we do every season or every quarter. This is how we're gonna keep ourselves consistent with working towards our goals. For me, this is gonna be a total of 5 check-ins throughout the year. I feel like that is very doable. Not too much checkup, but also enough to where I'm still keeping track. I'm gonna go ahead and actually make this reset routine on Canva so I'm able to share it with you guys. This is truly a step I recommend you not to skip. It is so easy to just write down our goals, make our vision boards, and kind of just forget about it halfway through the year. But committing to this reset routine is gonna ensure that you are checking in on those goals, you are taking actionable steps to make sure you accomplish them. And having it written, that's gonna save you so much time because you won't even have to think about what you have to do. You'll have it all laid out already for you. So if you struggle with keeping yourself accountable, try implementing seasonal resets that are goal-oriented. Okay, this is how she looks all done. You guys can make your seasonal reset routine however you like. I left a little blank spot for you guys in case you wanted to add something fun, like make a bucket list or make a seasonal playlist. As always, the link to the reset is gonna be down below. It's completely free. If you're not already, make sure that you are subscribed, because I will be filming every single reset that I do this year so we can keep each other accountable throughout the year. It is finally time to do some scrolling on Pinterest and create our virtual vision board. I feel like I want to make my vision board a little bit different this year. I don't want to overload it with a bunch of pictures. I feel like I want to make it a little bit more simplistic, but still like get all of my goals across. I've been loving this like bulletin board look with like the little bows and the little designs. I feel like it looks so cute. So I kind of want to recreate that, but digitally. After I found all the pictures that I wanted to include, I went ahead and put them in a Canva file. And I basically just played around with it until I liked how it looked. I definitely added more pictures than I originally said I was going to, but that's okay. I really love how the final look turned out. I am finally done with my vision board. I am so obsessed with it. Here's how my vision board turned out. I left out this little bulletin space here so I can write some reminders. These reminders are actually some of my winter goals. I used the app Color widget to customize a reminder widget that has some of my winter goals on it in order to populate it into my desktop and serve as a written reminder every day that I use it. It is such a great addition to this year's vision board. I'm so obsessed with it. I am so in love with how my vision board turned out this year. I'm gonna make sure to put it in every single one of my devices so I can see it everywhere I go. I'm always reminded of my goals. I'm always reminded of the vision that I have for this year. So I have no choice but to kill this year. Anyways, guys, that is all that I have for you guys today. If you made it all the way to the end, please comment the sparkle emoji. And I hope you guys had an amazing holiday season and Happy New Year. Stay tuned for lots of productive winter videos. Bye.